Hello, my friends, and welcome. This is Kate in a Nest, and it is truly a nesting day. So I'm here. The sun is shining. I've got laundry out, and I need to ask you this question. Do you ever get in the mood and you just get up and you see your house in a completely different way, and you go, "This is the day that I'm going to change it"? Well, that's what's happening to me today. I woke up thinking that I would be working on my block prints, um, but I've been waylaid because I thought, well, try and tidy your nest up first. And in the process of that, I had things that I remembered that I wanted to show you. I've been moving things around, and then I went into my main room and I wanted to move around things. So basically, I'm sitting down now with you, and I'm filming early because I want to get back to it. And I couldn't even wait to have a cup of tea. I just thought I'm going to get on here and finish off showing you the bits that I got in uh, in Melbourne, some other things that I think I've already showed you. But first of all, I thought I'd say, how are you? And I hope you're playing with your joyful things when you watch this, whatever time of day it is. I've decided, you may remember I got this last year, this sewing basket, and I've decided it's going to be my portable basket in all the moving around. I've changed my whole desk, and one day I am going to show you my studio, but I'm not there. I'm a bit of not a perfectionist, because it will never be perfect, but it is unshowable at the moment. But I do love my my boxes, and I thought you've seen this one before. This gives me joy, so I've put her really close to me, just on the shelf, and I'll put things in that I need to reach to. This one is unchanged, I think, from when I first bought her. So, and maybe I've dumped some things in, like the letter E for hope. Buttons. That was a gift, I think. So anyway, I'm starting off with a little bit of chaos. Because suddenly I'm seeing everything, and I'm just overwhelmed with both gratitude, but also the time to be at home. So speaking of being at home, part of my jobs this week is I'm waiting on another box, the final box from India, and it's not far from me now. It's left Sydney, so they're saying Wednesday, which seems too long to get from my house to from there. But anyway, I might get a surprise, but otherwise I'm preparing myself for Wednesday, which is a shame because I'm going to be in Sydney. But I'm going to have the bazaar open once I get that next box. So there'll be not a lot of things, but look at that for a little beautiful pouch that I might put on, because someone deserves that. So I'll do a special video, I think, to announce that. But this one I've called my trip to Melbourne, part 3, because I did get some things that I didn't show you, and I've been still unpacking. So this is something that I got with some of the Shishiko. I'm trying to practice saying that word. Shishiko thread. And it just looked beautiful from the outside. And the shop was East Meets West. And this is the Naomi collection. And it's 100% cotton made in Japan. So I know many of you, many of you do Shishiko, and some have even been to Japan. I haven't yet. It's certainly on my list. And a shout out to the lovely Michelle, who from Perth, who is there as we speak. So I'm keen to hear all about her adventures. She's not on YouTube, but she was my host when I stayed in Perth, which was only, it seems so long ago, but it was only literally a month ago, I think. And can you see why this attracted me? Because of the flowers, of course. And what is interesting is the impact of the flowers on all the different coloured backgrounds. So I will fussy cut these, but I thought it would be fun to open them together and just see. So made in Japan, Haya Naomi, and gorgeous. I really like these pink blossoms. There you are. I actually picked some of my little wild daisies today. I had one white rose, some lavender. I should have put it down. My deep cathedral salvia and wild daisies, and I put them in one of my little tin vases, brass vases that I brought back from Jaipur. So I felt very special. So here I am sharing some flowers with you. So that is gorgeous. As I said, I just wanted, I haven't bought Japanese fabric, and the colour in there was what attracted me to that. I think I've told you before, and I don't know if I have showed you this or not, but I bought Beck's, Beck from Gone Blanks, so be curated, pack on the first day. I grabbed it and I wanted it in Beck's colours because I thought I might make that while I was down there. I didn't get to because Zoe picked up the pattern for me. And why am do you know what? I'm losing my words because of the beauty. I'm just going, oh, I really want to do that. I'm not a good cross stitcher, and I think the beautiful Sarah Tovey said she might help me. So it might be a shared effort, or my mum would love to put the zipper in for me, I think, to help me. But you need a cutter to cut the fabrics, and I didn't have that in Melbourne. So I don't know if anyone's shown what's in the pack, so I may as well. So that we all get a dose of our crunkle. So there's the gingham, there's the zipper charm, the long, I love, this is what I'm developing such a love of, but I don't know how to do this, so my mum is going to help me make some pouches for me to cover, and she's going to be in charge of the zippers. She rang me last night, and you get the beautiful Betsy plus all these beautiful threads like a rainbow. See, just so happy. And then here are the little bits of the Betsy Liberty, and they form, I think, this pattern here. So I know many of you like Betsy, and I am not good. See, I would immediately say that that one's my favourite. And if in the store, I would have bought lots of that and probably not much of the rest. So this is a great way to get these bits. So there's lining, there's all the bits of gingham. I'm not doing a very good job, but I would like to make that. And I did say to Beck, it won't come out like yours. Because I just can't be that neat. So it's really inspiring, and I know I think she's got this back on the website. So thank you, Beck. I'm going to put the pattern in there and just cellophane that up. That won't be, oh, I got the zipper pull, zipper charm. And I've got the beautiful ones from Sarah Tovey here. Just joy. I just like surrounding myself. There's only one of me. That was off a mini makes. I need to do a mini makes video. I was going to do it now, but I've got my mind on the house, like the room out there. But see, everything goes together. Everything brings joy. So I've got my little vintage suitcase that I bought from New Zealand beside me. I did buy, I've shown you them, some quilt pieces from Beck. And on the last day, I just knew it was my last spend. So I did buy this little kit to make her pinch pot bowl. And I bought it because there's such gorgeous little bits in there, and it comes with a blanket. And look at that colour for, you know, I might do a mini. I didn't buy the pattern, so I might do a mini make out of this because I need a new pincushion or a cupcake. Yes, because I forgot a crystal. Okay, so to be continued on that. So where will I leave that? I'll put it right in front. I watched Corinne this morning, or yesterday, Corinne from To Be Loved Treasures, and she showed the kit, the pattern that she bought from Lucello. And she, like I think hundreds of other people, were attracted to this embroidery pattern, which you get in here on a sit and stitch. But I don't know whether she bought the kit, and I don't know whether I showed you the kit. So I thought I'd do that. If you've seen it too many times, I bought it for the material to share. I will not be making that bag as such, but you know, this is what I do. I get inspired. I love the patterns and the access to all this beautiful fabric was why I got it. And I do love the Lucello paper bags. So at the risk of making a total mess, I'm totally excited. I have opened this before and put it back in and taken some fabrics out already. I am totally excited because I have never had a template for a hexagon or for any quilt shape in my life. And the fact that that is so beautifully presented with the pattern in my sort of colours, I just think that's beautiful. So I'm going to keep them like that. And I may never use them, or who knows, we can never say never. This one says Notions, and look at that for a beautiful envelope. So by Notions, this must be, yeah, it is. It's the cord. I think they're doing, they did pre-orders, and these are also going to come back on the website if this is making you ooze with wanting them. This is the drawstring cord, and this looks to me to be the that on the needlebook. I might call this my Mother's Day gift to myself because it's multi-presents. Oh, and here in another one, English paper piecing papers, 45 large and 95 small hexagons. It's another first for Kate in the Nest. My finger, you know, I say it openly when I go to the open studio, and particularly see Jane and Virginia doing this tiny work. I'm in awe, but my fingers, I just can't do something that small. But isn't it beautiful? So there's the paper ones, and there's the perspex. Pretty, pretty. This is the wool thread set. Oh, aren't these pretty? I think, Corinne, I can't remember whether you got these or not, and I don't know whether you are still watching, but look at those. They're wool. And I will use them on my vase, flowers in vases. Gorgeous colours. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Can't stop feeling those. Got lost in the joy of the rainbow. Like, perfect. I could do pansies on my toad of hope. So can you see what I'm doing? All of those happily have a home. This one, the mustard. These ones, not so much. But I know many of you will love them, and that's why I will be sharing them at my workshops. So I have taken some fabric out, so because I'm using it already in another piece I'm doing. Let me just see what you look at. Oh, that's right. Got things everywhere. Milliner's needles. Oh, they're from Leela. What's this in here? Oh, it's a vase. It's a brooch upside down in a beautiful. Is your nest like this? This doesn't go, but last night when I was rearranging things, I thought these two things belong with each other. Like that song. Okay, let us go through these, and then we might, who knows, we might have a play. Okay, so all of this material plus some florals came in the kit, and they're all absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I was thinking, aren't we so lucky to have so much available to us with florals on? So there's quite a lot of that one. And then these tiny little scrappy bits. So maybe maybe I combine both kits of these tiny ones to make a net. Actually, that might be better. Do a Melbourne nest. So quite a number of solids. Let's look at the picture. Also just in different places. Yeah, the opportunity to put a solid and then a check and a stripe. I'll just keep doing them in order. They're all beautifully soft. Quite dark, which will give a beautiful pattern. I won't be using the dark, but look at that. Even I could use that if I flipped it. I could use it in the journal though. That's a beautiful mustard colour. I like the crunkle on that. I do like gingham and checks. Oh, I really like that. It's good to feel. This pretty one. There looks like more of that than the others. So that's a double. Just isn't it an adventure going through? I can't even, well, I could have been counting, but the amount of different fabric in here is incredible. And who was I talking to? I think it was Zoe, about bundles, and you know that we don't need a lot, like how traditionally in quilting it was fat quarters and fat squares. Maybe they're the same thing, I don't know, need to talk to my mum about it. But we only need these little bits. Love that. Don't know why I'm folding them over. Probably takes less room. Aha, look. I've got to show you this one up close. These are all separate crosses. That is a favourite. I should keep a favourites. No, I won't, because you'll go, no, that shouldn't be in your favourites. Now, this is very similar to a check that I got in Perth when I was at Calico and Ivy. And you can see it's such a feature of, so there it is there on the pattern. I'll bring this up close so you can have a look, because everyone should share in the joy of that colour palette. Beautifully put together and curated. Here it is in Domino. Oh, look at this. Takes me back to India. It's a block print. Did I see that on the... No, I didn't. But isn't it beautiful? I'll go a bit faster in case you're getting very bored, but it goes on and on and on. Ah, this might be the fabric that I've seen seen somewhere lately. Amazing birds. Very, very thin. This one's another one with texture on it. They're like little gum nuts. That's the back. That's the front. And that one. Oh, this is pretty. That is glorious. Put that in my flowers and vases, I think. And then there's a large amount of this, which must be the lining, I'd say. So that'll go to be shared with others. So I've got lots of sharing, some bits to use straight away, some wools. These will just sit with pride in the nest for a day away, because they just look lovely and make me happy. And what was in there? Oh, that'll go into my trims. Have I shown you that? I don't know whether I did. Look at that. I'm mixing up my cultures, but these are beads. I wish you could feel the weight of that. I just had to pick it up as I went by. Because look, now I've got even bright yellow going with Lucello Traditional. If I had the floral close, I would be showing you it. So it's absolutely divine, but please don't think that... or was that in the other kit? I can't remember. No, it was in here. So I've taken it out because I'm using it I was going to show you to finish off. Oh yeah, I can. We can't conclude Melbourne without showing you this. Now, what jumps into your mind, or who, when you see that pattern? Because on the last Saturday, which is actually a week ago today, I was fortunate to go to the National Gallery in Melbourne. No, it's not, couldn't be called National, I don't know, but the Victorian Gallery, and it had the Vivienne Westwood exhibition on, and just iconic figure in fashion, and I love, you know, how much I love fashion. Anyway, I couldn't resist that because it's a nice little tote bag, and I bought a lot of my things home in this, and in fact I took it to the quilt show on the very last day. So I went with Zoe and Missy, and Missy made this, Kristen, and Marla was there as well, and we saw Helen, that's right. And so I got that, and then because it's finishing up very soon, Zoe and I spent some time in the design, well, the shop, and this is velvet, and it's, yeah, a pouch's flower piece velvet pouch. So of course I had to have that. I had to feel it, and I bought a fridge magnet and some postcards, so they're also on the fridge. But I like this because it's got the proper metal tag. I'll take the label off, so she's officially opened with you. So all in all, I had a wonderful time in Melbourne, the quilt show, my workshop, catching up with stitchy friends, going to the comedy festival with my husband, shopping in Fitzroy. Like, it really is a wonderful city with the best coffee, and it is, I heard Corinne say she feels like she's been totally on a holiday, and that's how I feel. And because of that, I've come back with the nesting instinct. And so that's what I'm going to finish it there. You can see piled up here. Look at this. East meets West meets Italy meets, where did I get that? Where else have I been? I can't remember where I got that, but I did get it. Look at all these, the little things. Your goodies, if you buy from the sale, are going to come in that. Have I showed you that pocket? Like, there's everything in the nest, and it's making me incredibly happy. So thank you very much for being with me and sharing my joy, as I am lucky enough to have these treasures. It doesn't go there. I want a little pink bit. There we go. That sums up my world at the moment. Thank you so much for listening. Please take care. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.